What's up, YouTube? We're still out here, fastest road in the West. What's up, YouTube? I got a prime spot here in front of Jeremiah's to swap the wheels over for a 76 mile drive to Willow Springs. We're gonna do Big Willow tomorrow and then Streets of Willow on Sunday. I don't know, I feel bad putting so many street miles on the big boys, and I would hate to just have some shit luck and catch a puncture or something like that driving up, because I didn't want to bother swapping the wheels, but literally gonna get there and probably swap the wheels right back over. Gives me an opportunity to check the torque for the adapters and everything though, which is good. Had a super fun time this morning. Went up with 0 to 60 sim racing guys. They got a cool like car detailing place, and they just did a new sim racing setup. Super reasonable rates, motion simulator, everything. Actually the best simulation stuff I've ever driven, which was super neat. And we drove Sousa Canyon, I think. Got a bunch of footage of that. It was super good, super rad. It was a great time. Those guys were really, really nice. Cranked out some button willow laps in a, whatever the new MX-5 Global Cup car. Ran some 202s, 203s. So I don't know, maybe I can do it in this hunk of burning love here. But yeah, gonna get all packed up for Willow Springs this weekend. It's 2 o'clock. Hopefully I can get all packed up in the next hour or two and be on my way out there, set up camp. See you then. I'm telling you, I can't make this shit up anymore. I got 2 wheels swapped over on this side. Come over here to do the other side, and the jack don't work. I got nothing. Seriously? Seriously? Harbor Freight? Oh, now maybe I'll try to bleed it, but I think something else is going on with it. I swear it worked great up until I started getting ready for this trip, and it started to act a little weird, like those springs when it come back and stuff. So yeah, not that I'm trying to go to Willow Springs right now. And I got 2 different wheels on 2 different sides of the car. Sweet. Crisis averted for now. Fortunately, even though Jeremiah, my buddy that I'm staying with, didn't have a floor jack, his died. He died of a motorcycle jack. So I was able to get the 2 other wheels swapped over. And I guess I'm pit stopping at the Harbor Freight that's nearby. Hopefully they have a floor jack. Because if they don't, I'm gonna throw this broken one through the window. I might do that anyway, I don't know. It lasted 4 years, maybe 5. But I guess it's better than figuring this out in the middle of the desert when I go to have to swap wheels or change a brake pad or something like that. I don't have a way to jack up the car. I'm sure somebody would loan me a floor jack, but dumb little stuff on these trips. Whatever. 5:20. Thought it was gonna take me like an hour. A lot of stuff to pack into this car. Probably can't see it all. I gotta stop at Harbor Freight, get a jack. Hopefully they've got something.
Later.
Okay, so it wasn't 6 hours later. I think it was only maybe 2, even though it should have taken 1. But we got to Willow Springs. The email said the gate would be open till 8. It wasn't. Nobody was there. Wandered around looking at signs, hoping to get lucky. Maybe I'd find one with a phone number I could call or something like that. Speed Ventures wasn't replying to my emails or answering my phone calls. And I needed to get in the gate because I was sleeping in the paddock. Fortunately, I found that one and got in the gate there. The guy was super nice and everything. But I was able to get in and get all set up for the night. The fastest road in the West. Got a massive yard sale over here that you can't really see. There we go. Big giant yard sale. Took the bumper off. Took the spoiler off. Trimmed out the wing a little bit. Got the trunk bunk. I'm freezing cold. Definitely ready for bed. 11:50. Way past my bedtime. Wish me luck tomorrow. Good morning from Willow Springs. 6:42. There's already people here. Revving stuff. Warming up. I'm gonna crawl out of the trunk like a weirdo. It's a little cold falling asleep, but I'm toasty now. There we have it. Nice sunrise. How about it? Very cool. All right. Now it's time to put my shoes on and put the different shoes on the car. Not bad. There's my alarm. My second alarm. There's the trunk bunk. Took a while to warm up, but got cozy. Yard sale under a tarp. Pretty sweet. I'm gonna start working on the car a little bit and then probably put my contacts in. Worth mentioning, 39 degrees. Shiver me timbers. Got the new Harbor Freight jack. So first session, I literally have no idea where the track goes. So I tucked in behind Brett Madsen of Spec P71 fame, figuring we're both big, heavy cars and maybe drive similar lines. But after being behind him for a while and seeing how loose he was getting, just kind of chucking the car in, letting the tires squeal, I had to find him after the session, ask him if that was just him having fun and getting loose, or if that's kind of how you have to drive those cars to get them around the track. And he said, it's pretty much how you have to drive them. Pretty wild, really fun to watch. Front row seats to a lot of that. But yeah, track is super high speed and pretty intimidating for a first session, being all the way across the country. point here, but I guess technically it was an open passing group, so maybe he wanted me to pass him on the inside. I don't know, kind of a hairy corner to do that. Wait, what's this? There is a point. Oh, but then he just floors it and drives away. What do you know? Moments like these that made me realize that maybe I did need a little bit more power. Maybe. But fortunately, road courses do have corners, and eventually you gotta use the brakes and turn the wheel. Now it's back to being lost at sea. Fortunately, that didn't last forever though, and I eventually found some more friends to play with. I also don't think this MR2 was stock power because it was definitely gapping me a bit on all the straights. Even though I'm pretty sure it was faster on the straights, still polite enough to point me by, which was very much appreciated. It's not every day you get to run laps in a 95 Chevy Caprice with a McLaren. I was really looking forward to chasing this Mustang after I pointed it by, but we ended up getting the checker at turn 1. Oh well, next time. Oh my goodness. What a fucking wild ride that is. Hell yeah. What a wild ride. Whoa. It's the scariest track I've ever driven in my life. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Woo! Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Not necessarily the scariest layout, but just to extract a really fast lap definitely requires some bravery. This is the craziest track I've ever driven in my life. It is batshit insane, crazy fast. Flat through turn 8. Front of the car's just bouncing, wallowing, splitters scraping. I'm crying. I'm peeing in my pants. Wow. I know this is supposed to be advanced group and open passing anywhere without a point, but without a point, I'm still just a little leery, even if it's a Miata. Cut me some slack. I'm 2,700 miles away from home in a car that I drove there. Even if advanced is basically wheel to wheel, I got all day. What's up, YouTube? We're still out here at the fastest road in the West. I've managed to not die. The car is still in one piece. It should also probably be called the windiest track in the West, because we got some ridiculous wind here. Sorry, ridiculous stinking wind. It's bad. Let me look it up here. What do we got here? Let's see if it tells us on the weather app what kind of winds we're dealing with here today. Wind, let's see. "20 miles an hour out of the southwest with gusts up to 31. That's no joke when you're driving a somewhat aero, giant frontal area car. The first couple sessions were super fun, super scary. They're not kidding. This is definitely the fastest road in the West. It is crazy bananas fast. Scary. Takes some cojones to try to drive fast here. Boy, yeah. High commitment, high stakes track for the first track of the trip. Mention this. If you remember, I was having all that problem with my end plate coming loose in those high winds. Gotta talk to 9 Lives Johnny over here. Can't keep my shit tight. Need some bigger hardware or something. 9 Lives Johnny. Maybe I'll put another... Should probably actually maybe put another washer or two on there. I don't know if I'm gonna run another session. It was so windy. I put one shock on. I got my Fusion Works fabrication shocks. Revalve Bilstein Motorsport dampers. Had my corner weights and spring rates and stuff. So I figured, oh, I'll change them. These are the old ones, the old Bilstein. Been on the car 20 years. They've been on the car since I lived out here in California. But I was scraping the front of the splitter a lot. And the front left turned 8 and 9, flat through 8. And just a little dab on the brakes going into 9. It's very scary. And the splitter was kind of scraping a little bit, like a couple times with the other shock when it wasn't windy. And I had time to change one shock in between sessions because I don't know what I'm doing, and they're shorter, and it's so windy out here that I had to chase down some items a couple times. But I got one shock on, immediately thought, oh, this isn't any different. The splitter's scraping worse and worse and worse. But if we've got a splitter that makes, I don't know, allegedly 150, 170 pounds of downforce, and we're going through those corners, our shit is very loaded, and I guess it would make sense that it's scraping. Oh no, look at that. That's how you fix a 95 Chevy Caprice. Oh man. My little scraper thingy's a little loose here, probably making a nice big hole in there. Front of the car is super dusty, but so far so good. Honestly, it's so windy. I don't know if I want to hurt the car for the rest of the trip so early on. So I might just kind of take it easy. I also, you know, don't want to totally destroy the splitter before a sub 2 attempt at Button Willow next weekend. I don't want to like round out my brackets and stuff. We're gonna go up to Streets of Willow tomorrow, which is kind of up on the mountain a little bit over here, kind of like way up there. So cool stuff, looking forward to that. Hopefully less windy, definitely not as gnarly intimidating of a high-speed track, and hopefully have some fun. Wish me luck. See you later. So I didn't end up packing up like I thought I might. I ended up just kind of waiting out that session that was super windy, and got 2 or 3 more sessions in with decent weather. But I was really hoping to include my fast lap session on 137, but I could not get the data overlay stuff to work for basically the entire day, so I apologize for that. Turns out not every Corvette driver parks it in the turns. Yeah, what do you know, they're pretty quick on the straights. I suppose a little more power would be nice. What's up, internet? Beautiful sunset out here at the fastest road in the West. Might be one of the bumpiest roads in the West too. 8 and 9, a lot of splitter scraping. Great day, super fun, scary track, pretty stressful to be the first track of the trip. But yeah, worked out great. Car ran awesome. Did change out the front shocks. Went to do the rears. They don't have the same cantilever pin. I don't know. I guess I could run a nut and bolt through there. I don't know how I'd press that cantilever pin through that sleeve or anything. So yeah, nut and bolt. Great day. Had a lot of fun. Didn't break the car. Got the yard sale. Not bad. I spent a little bit of time at the end of the day just checking the car over for the next day at Streets, and then drove half an hour to Chipotle for my first real meal of the day. Even though it was pretty mediocre, it was really nice to eat some fresh food. So I'm back at Willow Springs, the windiest place on earth. Went to Chipotle in Lancaster, like half an hour away, and was in a huge rush because I was trying to make it back here by 8 o'clock. Let's see here, 45 degrees and 44, sorry, and ridiculously windy. I'm not looking forward to getting out of the car and packing up all my junk. Maybe 1 or 2 trips, drive it over to the Streets paddock. Hopefully not get freezing cold. Maybe be in bed by 10:30. In bed in the trunk. Oh, what is my life? I don't know. Fun adventures though. Got just one weird trick here at Willow Springs. There's actually a restroom. It's also the craziest rave party lights ever. teeth and doing my contact lenses. Are you an Eagles fan?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Are you from here?
Yes.
And you just happen to like the Eagles?
Yep.
How'd that happen?
I don't remember.
It just felt right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Back